This is Revolution Radio, and it's great to be joined in the studio now by Fred from Mainstream Careers Limited. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Chris. Thank you for having me.
Got to say, you're looking very suave. You've come looking super dapper, and the reason you're here is because you're celebrating some amazing success in the SME Business Awards in Northampton.
Absolutely, that's right, Chris. Thanks for the very warm welcome and compliment. Yeah, so last Thursday was the SME Northamptonshire Business Awards. Held in Daventry, and we managed to clinch the top awards for business innovation.
That's amazing. Well done.
Very exciting. Thank you very much.
What do you think it is about your business that got you that award? Because you're basically an organisation that helps people get into careers in IT.
Correct. Yeah. So we're an IT consultancy and tech training provider. So the tech training side of the business, sort of looks at the gap in the market between those that want to get into IT employment but do not have the required experience. So we sort of close that gap by providing them with voluntary work experience, which they can use on their CVs, and of course creates the opportunity for them to gain paid employment. You see, so that's one side of our business, and the judges really liked the innovation that we brought into that part of the economy. So I think that's what they looked at and awarded us that top award. Yeah.
It's such a huge area of employment, and it's growing ever bigger. And I think, as things change in the landscape of employment, there's always going to be people that need to make sure that the computers are working properly and kind of controlling the systems that replace all of our jobs. Is this something that you think is going to become ever more important moving forwards?
I believe so. It will be, yeah. Technology is something that's here to stay, but the technical side and the business side of it, is definitely here to stay. There will always be the use for technology to solve human problems. There will be need to maintain them, to manage them, and of course to fix them, as you said. So it's definitely something that is here to stay.
So for you to come from starting the business to winning an award, what's your sort of journey been? How difficult has it been to get to where you are now?
It has been quite a journey, Chris. The journey started back in 2014, a bit earlier than that actually. It started in 2009.
Wow.
When I first arrived here in the UK from Nigeria. I came to do my master's, and having completed my master's degree, it was quite difficult securing employment because I hadn't any UK work experience. And that's where the concept, the idea came to me. What can I do to actually break in? I was quite blessed to secure an internship with the NHS at the time, and that really helped me to then break into the work market. So at that time, the light bulb lit up in my mind that, maybe you can create something that will offer people voluntary work experience in terms of internship, and it's going to help them. So by 2014, I set that up, and it's been working magic ever since.
And it must be great to be able to show yourself as a role model of what you can do to inspire other people to take that path.
It definitely is, yeah. It's a great feeling. So next week on Wednesday, we've been invited by the University of Northampton to speak to some of the students about this and inspire them to consider what to do about their career having graduated from the university. So it's a really, really great feeling, yeah.
If people are listening who are interested in a career in IT, or I guess any career, a lot of these skills will be useful for lots of different careers. You've got a career seminar taking place on the 1st of June.
That is correct. So the communities that we serve have been really supportive over the past 10 years. So we thought, how can we give back to this community? And this is the right time to do it. So we have then decided to put together a 100% free career seminar, which will take place on 1st of June. It's going to be a Saturday, and is at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, I've arranged for a few experts to be in attendance to talk about various career aspects, career areas that people can get into, provide advice to them on how they can break in, and more particularly, there will be CV review clinics on the day. So if you're interested, come along with a copy of your CV, soft copy or hard copy. It will be looked at by an expert, advice given on how you can improve it, and then of course improve your chances of securing employment.
CV is so important because that's what a lot of employers will make their first impression of you from.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of common mistakes people make with their CVs, I think, and I always my CV ends up being like well, it's so many pages, and I've put so much detail in there, and there's stuff on there from when I was at school. So I've put what my hobbies were when I was at school. I was in the stamp collecting society or something, and it's like that. I think it's about pruning as much as quantity.
It is. It's about pruning it and leaving what is relevant to the opportunity you're going in for at the time. There's so many skills we have, so many things we can do as individuals, but consider the particular opportunity you're going in for. What do they want? What kind of skills does it require? That's what should be reflected on the CV that will be used for that particular opportunity.
That's a good tip, actually. Changing your CV for each job you apply for. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just giving people what they're interested in to know about you.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you go to a job interview, you dress in a certain way. If you go for a party, you dress differently. They're all your clothing, but you're giving people that the front that you want them to see for that particular occasion. So that's exactly what's going on. So this would take place. There's a local church that's very kindly allowed us to use their premises. It's LoveWorld Northampton Church, and is at 64 Harbour Road in Kingsthorpe, NN27SH. So 12 o'clock in the afternoon, Saturday, 1st of June.
And this isn't something where you can just drop in at any time. You need to be there promptly at 12, because it's got a start point and a finish point, and you need to, you can't just rock up when you feel like it.
Correct, yeah. It starts at 12, Chris, and we intend to have it for 90 minutes, so around about 1:30 should be done.
Okay. And
plans are ongoing, to prepare for all the people that want to be there. So it's important that you make us aware that you want to be a part of this. So there is a link with which you can register. You can find it on our website, mscareers.co.uk, and Chris, of course, will tell us other ways we can.
We'll post it on our social media as well when we put the interview up later on. So if you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, then the link should be at the bottom of the interview. This is hopefully going to be the first in a series of free careers seminars. So this one particularly focusing on CVs and making sure that you get your CV right. And I think now with writing a CV, the key thing is getting keywords in there that the automatic filtering systems are going to pick out, and just knowing what those particular words are that it's looking for in your CV that are relevant for the job that you're applying for.
That is absolutely correct, yes. It's all very advanced these days. For some of these opportunities that are advertised, we don't have humans sifting through the CVs anymore. It's an AI doing that. So the AI is given specific words to look out for, and these are the words that are very relevant to that particular opportunity. So it's a bit of work applying for jobs these days, because you almost need to include these key terms for each opportunity that you apply for.
Now, how about this? Is it possible to use it to your advantage? So could you paste the job advert and your CV into ChatGPT and ask it to write a killer CV that's going to guarantee you the job with all the right keywords? Would that work?
I'm aware people do that, but in my professional capacity, I will not be advising on that.
It's not cheating, though, is it? It's just using the tools that are available, and you could go through and tweak it. But I think with ChatGPT and other AI, sometimes it can be a little bit over creative. It's not necessarily based on the truth.
It can be overly creative, yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So the career seminar, you're going to have a couple of speakers, top experts, giving people some top tips at the beginning, then the CV workshop. What kind of things are people going to take away from this?
I think the key thing that people will take away from this would be an understanding of the opportunities that exist in the market. There's a lot going on out there in the professional world that some people may not be aware of, So it depends on sort of the network that people have. So, but this seminar will be really eye-opening for that. That's one. Then secondly, there will be good opportunity to get your CV right, as it were. Understand what to do to the CV depending on the opportunities that you're applying to. And then thirdly, really good opportunity to network with like-minded people as well, because there will be loads of experts there and other professionals there. So opportunity to meet people, network, get connected, hear what's happening in the market, and just link up with other people.
Because that's quite a good tip, isn't it, for getting a job, is just to get to know your potential employers within that industry and find out what the networking events are that they go to, getting to know all the different companies that might potentially employ you, and then you're on their radar when opportunities come up.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And a lot of it is a social thing, isn't it? And there's a certain number of jobs that never get advertised. I don't know if that's legal, but a lot of it is just people saying to their mates, "Oh, this job's going here. You should go for this." It
is a lot of work advertising for an opportunity, Chris. So if someone can do it without really advertising it publicly, it's going to save them some money and some time.
Do you know what else is another interesting thing with CVs? Is not to put anything on your CV that people could use to discriminate against you. And I know you're not allowed to do it legally, but there's unconscious bias and there's discrimination, and it's anything. So putting your age on your CV, putting the dates that you got your qualifications that can give an indication of how old you are, anything that could reveal your race or your ethnicity or whether you've got a disability. You shouldn't put those things down. No,
those are not required on the CV. In fact, for some companies, they make it really clear that these are not required, so do not include this. Right? So your name should be sufficient and your contact information, so maybe your mobile number, your email address, and then information around the skills that you've acquired, which are relevant to the role you've applied for. And then, of course, the experiences you've had and any relevant qualifications. That really should do it. Maybe you can include your interests, your hobbies. That's it, really.
Yeah. Don't put what football team you support, because that could be discriminated against.
That may not go very well. Yeah.
No. Okay, that was really interesting. Thank you so much for coming in today, Fred. And congratulations again on the SME Award, which is a fantastic achievement. And I guess onwards and upwards now. Have you got other plans for the future with the business?
Absolutely. So we're looking now to do a lot more work on the B2B side of our business. Do lots more work with small organizations, large corporates, and governments as well. Of course, we continue to serve individuals in the B2C space, and to achieve that, we are doing a lot of work now to ramp up the team, to get more experts to support the work. And following the success we had at the SME Northamptonshire Business Awards, we've now gone through to the SME Nationals Finals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's taking place on December 6th at the prestigious Wembley Arena. So if you're around London there, you can join us then.
That's so exciting. So you're one of the shortlisted ones from all around the country?
Correct, yes.
Brilliant. Well, good luck with that, and we'll catch up and find out how that goes. But thank you for coming in today, and good luck with the Careers Seminar happening on Saturday, the 1st of June from midday over at LoveWorld Northampton in Kingsthorpe. Okay, Dua Lipa on the way, and this is Anne-Marie now.